Sara, Ashraf. You did a BA honors in political science.
Yes. So BA majors.
Hmm?
So BA majors.
BA major.
Yes.
You have only written, I think, BA honors. Anyway, so it's from Mithibai College,
Yes.
which is in Vilepande.
Yes.
They call it Parla.
Yes.
Okay. How come you just from Banaras to Mumbai?
So I wanted to study in a good college, but due to some personal reasons, I could not come to Delhi and could not apply to Delhi University. So the next options were Calcutta and Bombay. So that's why I went to.
But then again you came back to Delhi for your
Yes, sir.
masters. You did the masters in political science
Yes.
from Jamia.
Yes.
Okay. Why do you want to join civil service?
So it has been a dream of myself and my parents. And so secondly, this job.
Speak little louder.
Uh, so whatever we do in this job, so we can see change at the grassroots level. So that also inspires me. And so the level of respect and prestige which we get in association with this job is unparalleled.
So it is more of your dream or your parents' dream?
So both.
Both.
Yes.
In political science, did you read about the utilitarians? Utilitarians.
Yes, sir.
Then comes Navy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a statement that you deserve you get the government you deserve. Do you agree with this theory?
So in current times, there are such trends that parties from very left of the spectrum or very right of the spectrum are coming into power, and people are voting that way. So, but I don't know what he meant when he said deserve.
Okay. There is a talk of uniform civil code again in our country. What is your view?
Yes, UCC is there in the DPSP also when it says that state shall endeavour to bring in a uniform civil code. So most of the laws, like on adoption and marriage, so we should have which are the civil laws. So we should have a uniform law in the country for those laws. That will be a step forward, sir.
You believe in Nehruvian ideology, have written somewhere.
Yes, I took part in a panel discussion on Nehruvian ideology.
Okay. We have espoused Panchshir. Panchshir.
Panchi, yes, sir.
You have heard of it?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that was a mistake, Panchshir? Vis-a-vis China, sir.
Yes, sir. So at that time, it was necessary to have very friendly relations with China because China was a very big power and it was a member at UNSC also, sir. But sir, with time we have seen that China has not held their side of the agreement, sir. So India has also retaliated.
Okay. So how is your relation with China now?
So it is both a cooperation and a conflict.
Mm-hmm. And how you can improve?
So when Prime Minister Modi held informal bilateral talks with the Chinese president, so that was a step ahead, and that showed signs of improvement. And so right now we also need to engage in diplomatic talks or even back channel diplomacy if required, so to improve our relation with China, because so ultimately China is our neighbor and we have to factor in that. So we cannot be act like adversaries.
Have you heard of Quad?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So Quad is basically a group of the four democracies in the Indo-Pacific. So India, USA, Japan, and Australia. So China has been calling it an anti-China grouping. So, but these countries, and especially India, we have been promoting it as a platform for democratic countries and facilitating free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific. So that is a part of India's strategic autonomy and balancing and rebalancing its relations.
But we are doing naval exercises.
Yes.
So how it is a peaceful thing? In
Sir,
fact, Russia has called it Pacific, Indo-Pacific NATO.
so calling it an Indo-Pacific NATO, sir, that can be a political move in international relations. So, but India has been against conducting such exercises in the South China Sea and in the Chinese area of influence. So, we have only conducted exercises in the Indian Ocean and the Bay of Bengal regions.
What is the purpose? Why are we conducting so many exercises? This is what Sir wants to know.
So they are calling it for exercises for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercises, and
South China Sea.
no sir, in the whole of Indo-Pacific.
Um, what is the role of governor? What the constitution wanted and how is it the same now or it has differed? The role of governor.
Yes. So role of governor had according to the constitution, sir, it was that there should be a representative of the center at the state level, and so also there should be somebody to convey the aspirations of the people of the state to the central government. That had been the role of the governor. So, but recently we have seen that when governors are appointed, the chief minister of the states are not consulted, sir, and they do not feel comfortable with that. And so also it has we have seen that when there are different political parties at the center and the state, the role of governor has been politicized.
Uh, UP was divided into UP and Uttarakhand.
Yes.
Now there is a demand that it should be further subdivided into Bundelkhand, Harit Pradesh, Purvanchal. What is your view?
Sir, if it is done for administrative purposes and ease of administration, so then it will be a good move because UP is a very large state. So, but if we bifurcate UP, so it will open a Pandora's box because there will be other demands from other states to grant such bifurcations. So we like in Maharashtra, Vidarbha wants it separated, sir. But we need to see that it should be done for the good reasons, so like administrative ease.
You agree that smaller states are better administered. That's what you are trying to say?
So actually, there have been case studies which prove otherwise. That if a state is small, it does not mean that it is going to be governed well. So, but in larger states, we see regions which are very developed and some regions which are not developed. So, like Saurashtra in Gujarat and Vidarbha region and Marathwada region in Maharashtra.
Maharashtra.
Yes, sir. And till now, Eastern Uttar Pradesh in Uttar Pradesh. So, but if it is good, if it is done for good reasons, then I don't think there's a problem in bifurcation.
So parents are in business. What type of business?
Sir, agricultural goods.
Agriculture.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think these agricultural laws, which has led to some long agitation, is good or bad?
Yes, sir, there are three laws. The agitation is mostly around the first two laws, which state that farmers can sell anywhere outside APMCs, and the second, that there will be there will be contract farming allowed in farming and agricultural goods. So farmers are protesting because they feel, sir, that APMCs will lose relevance, and when private mandis will be set up or they will try to sell outside, so they will not have negotiation power and they will not be able to bargain much. And the same is the concern with trade and commerce bill. And so farmers are also demanding that MSP should be legalized. However, the government is saying that MSP will continue and they will continue investment in APMCs, but farmers are not. They do not trust the government on this.
What is your opinion?
Sir, I feel that, sir, MSP cannot be legalized because, sir, it will be a very political move, and sir, even if we legalize it for next 10 years or so it will be very difficult for the coming governments to remove it, like we have seen in the reservation. So, sir, I think that MSP should be there, and sir, private investment is very much needed in agriculture. And also, sir, if MSP is allowed, then we need to have a program of deficient payment, wherein farmers who are not able to sell at MSP and sell elsewhere, and they're not paid adequate price for their crop, so they should be compensated to an extent. And sir, MSP is also important because whatever the grains government procures, sir, it goes to PDS beneficiaries also. So we cannot remove MSP as such. And so we need to strengthen the farmer producer organizations so that farmers can have better bargaining power and better negotiation with the private companies that they engage in trade with.
Okay. You are interested in badminton.
Yes.
You think what is the future of women's badminton in India?
So women's badminton I see a bright future for India because we already have 2 medals at the Olympics, and now PV Sindhu is going in Olympics 2020, and she is currently the world champion in badminton. So, sir, in women's badminton, I see a very bright future, and we are hoping for a gold, sir, this time at Olympics.
But people are saying that Sara Nehwal, PV Sindhu, now there is a case of burnout. No?
So, burnout among the public or the players?
No, burnout in the sense that
They're losing their charm. They have lost their charm. Earlier they were very good players. Now they have started, degrading themselves.
So I will not say degrading themselves. So Saina Nehwal had been playing since very long. So she could not qualify, sir, but she is one of the great players that we have. And so PV Sindhu has recently has reached the top at the World Badminton Championship. And sir, we are highly expecting a gold from her. So I don't think that our expectations have burned out or they have burned out with respect to her.
now in this Tokyo Olympics,
Yes, sir.
among the flag bearers,
Yes.
there is a lady. Can you remember?
So it is Mary Kom.
She's what?
So wrestling champion.
Her game is wrestling.
She's a boxer. Not wrestler.
Sara, apart from badminton, you take interest in Bharatanatyam and reading fiction books.
Yes, sir.
How will you define fiction? What is fiction?
So fiction are they are not real stories. They can be called made up stories, but they can also take inspiration from real events.
Okay.
But they are fictional characters.
You read fiction books in Hindi, English or Urdu, or which language?
So English also, and so these days I'm exploring Hindi literature also.
Which is your favorite author? Yeah.
Sir, in Hindi?
In any language? Or
Sir, in Hindi, I've read Raat Bari by Sheelan Shukla, and I found it very good. And sir, in English, sir, I have liked Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
What do you know about 3D printing technology? Have you heard of?
Yes, sir. Sir, it is used to create prototypes of the products till now. And sir, there are 3D printers, but they are very expensive and can be found at very few labs in India. And sir, it is a very good technology because whenever we had to create prototypes, it was not so cost efficient as 3D printing is.
And it is said that they can be used for even for producing artificial human organs. So is it possible?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think we have created an artificial heart by 3D printing.
And I feel that the quality of research is going down nowadays, and very bright students and girls and boys are not taking up research as a career. They prefer to go to take up engineering, researches, medical profession, but not original research. What are the reasons for this, and what can be done to improve the situation?
So, quality research has been always has been a problem, sir, in India. And students who want to mostly pursue research, they want to go abroad and do that. So, we need to have better infrastructure in the country and better quality of teachers who inspire students to take up research. So, that is very important. And sir, also when students want to take up research, they reach at such a stage in their life that some kind of employment is expected out of them. So I think that we need to. So right now we have GRF and SRF. So we need to strengthen that, and we need to see that. And so also we need to monitor the quality of research because most of the Indian research has been criticized as copy and paste of the West. So we need to see that wherever the money is going, it is going into original research and development.
Okay. And, about social media, there have been controversies in recent past. Twitter and Facebook everywhere. Government is in confrontation with the
Yes, sir.
Facebook. What is your opinion? Has the social media impacted our society in a negative way, or what do you feel?
Yes, sir. So social media has obviously brought a very big impact in our lives. So positive also and negative also. So but when it comes to the new rules, IT rules, so I think that it should be there that they must abide by the law of the land. And sir, it has become very necessary to control these social media tech giants, sir, because there's a lot of monopoly that they have created in the market. And so these IT rules also say that they should provide with de-encryption to the government. And so that should be case by case. So that is also necessary because we see a lot of crimes and instances of sexual harassment in such cases in the news.
Don't you think that the privacy of an individual is now endangered because of lot of things like Internet of Things, social media, and the big data, where your data is stored in clouds and servers? What should be done? Should we not be concerned about it?
Yes, sir, certainly we need to be concerned about it. And so that is why we need to have a data protection bill that should become a law. So certainly we need to be concerned about it, and we need to educate our population. So in school or at home, like our parents, so they need to be educated about when they agree to certain apps and certain consent forms on online.
Children should be made aware of the harm. And,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
have you heard of designer babies?
Yes.
So, what do you think? It is morally correct, a right thing to do?
Sir, it is a very big scientific achievement, sir. But I find it not morally good, sir.
Why?
Sir, because they are not natural, and sir, most importantly, by creating designer babies and having certain ideas of beauty and creating them like with blue eyes and fair skin and good hair.
Not only
So
beauty, in other attributes also. You can design a baby according to your, need.
yes, sir.
Should be very intelligent, should be very beautiful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but that is not ethically correct.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And my last question. Death penalty, in my opinion, it is very harsh punishment. You kill a person for some crime. In many countries, as you know, it has been done away with. What is your opinion? We should do away with it in India also.
Sir, if we are doing away with death penalty, so then, so first of all, in the country, death penalty is there in the rarest of the rare cases, which are very heinous crimes when we see them. Sir, if we are going to do away with death penalty, sir, then we should have surety of punishment of the number of cases, and sir, conviction rates should be high, so that fear of punishments will deter people from such crimes. Sir, as of now, I don't think that that penalty is so widely accorded by the courts. So I don't think we need to do away with it because it is in very rarest of the rare cases.
Thank you, Sara.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, all of a sudden, this COVID spike.
Yes.
Like, again, we are, doubtful about the third wave and all that. Why is this happening all of a sudden? Sometimes it is low, sometimes it is high.
So first reason is that the virus is mutating, and when it is mutating, its transmission rate is also going high, sir, and its capacity to defeat the antibodies in the body, so that is increasing. So that is one reason. And so secondly, we have become very complacent. Whenever we see cases going down, we start going out in public and not wearing mask, and we not adhering to the COVID norms.
Women empowerment.
Yes.
What do you think can be achieved more now? Keeping the less representation in the parliament and other avenues? What can we do?
So yes, so certainly we need to achieve more in women empowerment because we have not reached that level. So even in developed countries, like recently in the G7, in the Build Back Better world that they have come out with, so they talk about gender equality also in the world. And sir, in India also we need to see that because we have been a patriarchal society, and so we certainly need to have some reservation for women in the state legislatures and the parliament also, so that women voices can be heard.
How? That is what I am asking. How can we do? It is definitely it is the need of the hour to increase the representation of the women
Yes.
in every area now.
Yes.
But apart from the regular exercises and the other apparatus used, any other medium you think can be utilized?
So one is the reservation, and so another is that there have been several case studies about women in panchayat. There have been very successful women like Fatima B and MBA student from Rajasthan.
You heard about some panchayat patis. You heard about this word panchayat pati?
Yes.
Sarpanch pati?
Yes.
Where is it used?
Sir, actually, when men use women as their proxies and they put them at the helm as sarpanch, where the real work is done by their husband. So that is called panchayat pati, and so that is done to make advantage of the reservation and the reserve seats of women.
ठीक है, thank you very much.